Well, good morning. We're out in the old barn again doing some work. We're going to finish up chapter 12 in 2 Corinthians. And Paul finishes out this chapter anticipating a struggle or anticipating a fight. He knows that when he gets to Corinth, that there's a real good chance there's going to be some confrontation. Starting in verse 20, he says, "For I fear that perhaps when I come to you, I may not find you as I wish, and that you may not find me as you wish. That perhaps there may be quarreling, jealousy, anger, hostility, slander, gossip, conceit, and disorder." Well, that's kind of a mouthful, and that's a lot of things that would need to be confronted. And then he goes on to say in 21, "For I fear that when I come again, God may humble me before you, and I may have to mourn over many of those who sinned earlier and have not repented of their sin." And he lists the sins: impurity, sexual immorality, sensuality, for they have all practiced these things. It's difficult in ministry often to confront sin. It's difficult to confront the sin in our own lives, let alone the sin in friends, families, fellow Christians' lives. But we have to remember also what Paul said. We don't struggle with flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers of darkness. You see, that's where the difficulty can come in sometimes. Sometimes we'll aggressively go after the person, when in actuality, there's something behind the person pulling the string. And that something behind the person, that's the real enemy, not the person. The person may have been deceived into it, either by the flesh, the world, lies of the devil, whatever the case may be. I know you can't see it on the camera, but I just got labradoodled. I got a doodle down here doing dog stuff because, well, you know, you gotta have a dog help me with these sort of things. You know, got to confront the doodle in our lives. All right, you guys have a good day, and I sure hope that if you have to do confrontation with anything, that you look behind the person to see what's really going on in their lives.